Hello, my friends. It's your friend Kevin. Welcome, 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 all of you. I'm so glad you're here. This is your Divine Daily Blast. Now, you may have noticed that I am starting late today. The blinds are open and the sunshine is coming through. Actually, it's quite interesting because this morning, in the early hours, as the sun was not even cresting up, you could just see the orange streaks. Well, the earth was moving toward the sun, or moving, yeah, towards the east as the sun was coming up. But on the other side of my yard, as I looked to the horizon, there was a beautiful, gorgeous full moon, having these two magnificent planets suspended millions of miles apart up in the universe had me mesmerized for quite a while, and allowed me just to be in that energy. Sometimes I start these things much earlier than other times. For me, my process is I do these daily blasts when I feel like it's right, when I feel like all the energies line up. I can get my tea going, I can just meander around my house and be in that cocoon of solitude. Then I feel like the spirit is entered and we can get on with it. So that's enough about me. Let's get right on to the cards and your message. All right, so here we go. We have with us a new deck of cards. I'm using the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot deck because I think this week needs the Guardian Angels. It's also the deck I use for the week ahead. That's coming up next, so stay tuned for the week ahead. From the Woo Woo Wizard, we have a new Angel Activation card, a brand new Divine Master. She is known as a Bodhisattva. I'll get into that in a minute. And also, the Archangel Azrael has an angelic affirmation for you. Let me read that first before I get into what's going on for today. A message from Archangel Azrael. Now, I like to refer to him as Uncle Archie. Call upon me whom God helps for support in rising from the ashes of your past to be stronger than ever before. Boy, does this resonate with me today. My pain, or my past pain, does not define me. I move forward with grace and peace. My past pain does not define me. I move forward with grace and peace. And grace and peace with this image as shown as 3 diamonds. As many of you may or may not know, diamonds are mined under the ground. And when they're pulled out, they really look like lumps of coal. Not particularly attractive. Yet somehow or some way, they get polished and gleaned and come up to be the precious stones that they are. Okay, we are in a number 4, Angel Numerology Day, which is talking about faith. The messages come from the angels themselves, the archangels, your guardian angels, so call them forward. Use the tarot card of the Magician and the tarot card of the Star if you have a tarot deck. You can call upon Archangel Samuel, the friend of God, and Archangel Gabriel, the big announcer, for clarity, for vibrancy, for that love of friendship that showed up yesterday from the fairies. These messages, or the messages come to you today, are directly from your guardian angels and their archangels, and they want you to stop fretting about whatever it is you were focusing on. It's about being brilliant, working on a bigger picture, about being fanciful, about being loving, about being kind, about seeing beyond, as our friend Azrael talks about. It's also the need to exercise patience so that any practical plans you've got in place have got time to bloom and grow. It's a perfect time if you're in the Northern Hemisphere to shut things down, to be in that cocoon of thinking, of planning, of processing, most definitely processing. Now, my worthy book deck, or my pad, if you will, post-it pad, says, I face challenges with strength. So this goes right along with Archangel Azrael, who's saying, lift up from the ashes of the past and let me help you move forward. Do your laundry, your emotional laundry, your spiritual laundry. Moreover, take the emotional and the spiritual trash out, the rubbish, put it in the bin, or incinerate it. We've got a full moon coming up tomorrow, the 13th of January. It's about middle of the afternoon in LA. So that's going to be early evening in the East Coast, and certainly into the late evening if you're in Europe. If you're in Sydney, Australia, it happens at, I think, 9:27 on the 14th. There is a wonderful full moon ceremony going on susanbintuitive.com. If you go over to her events page, she will show all the various events, but there is a full moon ceremony. I believe it's tomorrow night. It could even be Wednesday night, but I think she would do it on the full moon, which is tomorrow. Stay tuned for more clarity on that if you want to sign up for it, or go to Susan B Intuitive on Facebook and ask. She will certainly guide you where you need to be. My isms, before I get into these two, we are somebody. We've got to stop saying that we're not. I am a beautiful soul on a cosmic journey, fully and completely supported and loved by the universe. This comes from our friend Joanna Pantases from Be Your Own Unicorn. I am aligned with the power of the Creator, and that power is within me right now. Oh, yes, it is. That's why take up your power. If you're not on physical time for something, then be on the time that you want to be on, not the time that you believe that you should be on. Time was created by man to work out how long it takes the sun or the earth to go around the sun. It's a guide. I like to look at it as a guidebook. Get rid of that. So, our beautiful master of the week is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is known as a compassionate, enlightened being, very much instrumental as part of the Buddhist tradition. She's saying to choose compassion and move forward with grace, particularly grace for yourself. Now, these Buddhist energies, such as Kuan Yin, are known as bodhisattvas. They have the similarly to the way angels are, although angels are very much have been depicted in religion and stories about them. The archangels come in the Bible and other studies of Christianity and Catholicism. Kuan Yin is all about love, compassion, and you can call upon all the bodhisattvas, including Kuan Yin, who's very much to me like Mother Mary, into a place of peace and harmony. She's got this graceful, pearly, white light around her, very similar to Archangel Azrael, who appeared to me when I had my heart attack. Very similar energy. Gorgeous, pearly, white, iridescent, with this beautiful, beautiful hair and this gorgeous, gorgeous face. She's about encouraging us to step into care, forgiveness, compassion. Now, if we've been hurt, if we've been slighted, if we've been picked on, if we've been judged, Kuan Yin has come to bring us this non-reactive response. You're being urged to not to understand why someone did what they did, not to buy into why this person is doing that to that person, not to buy into the treachery, the debauchery, all of the nasty, negative workings of other people, but rather to move past and beyond it. Go past the behavior of your own mistakes. Go past your challenges. What is happening to you right now is up to you. So don't be pulled into the misery and the fear of other people. Refuse to operate on any level unless it's joy, unless it's peace, unless it's love, compassion, harmony. Choose to take enlightened action so that your inner being can rise and shine. It's more about stepping into your own path, your path of rightness. Recognize that you cannot allow your own well-being, your own joy, your own happiness, your own peace. You cannot allow this to be affected by anyone else's behavior. The outcome of any situation that you are not in control of, it's got none of your business, nothing to do with you. I'm going to get into a little bit of craziness in a minute, which I watched yesterday, and it ended up having me almost wet myself laughing. It was just so funny. Anyway, that's besides the point, and it's a sidebar. Earth Mother, whoa, she just came right out the deck today. She is the one that we call upon this week. This is our angelic activation. So the Earth Mother is saying there is something you need to know and that needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your action. Something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today you are being invited, actually all week really, to take steps that you know already. The ones that you know to take to move out of this stuck space, this stuck place, and into a state of growth. This is not a lifetime of failure. Failure lives in old patterning. Failure lives in old self-doubt. Failure lives in old self-judgment. Failure is like putting on old clothes after you've dropped several sizes. This is not a lifetime to fall into those old patterns. It's a lifetime to create brand new patterns. I take the soul-led steps I need to grow in order to heal. I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. Oh, yes, you do. It is very difficult at this time not to be affected by all that's going on in the world. No one says you don't have to be compassionate. Nobody. What you can be is understanding. What you can be, sending up prayers. What you can be is a person that can listen. However, the minute you are stepping into someone else's drama, you have just put their issues on you. It's a very fine line between the feeling of not being selfish. Okay, Gertrude Beatrice has entered this wonderful celestial temple, and I have a funny feeling that they will be here for a while. On the outside, it looks like one of those really old Gothic types of churches filled with lights. They have filled it with glistening candles, but what they've also done is they've put trees and foliage and gorgeous flowers and beautiful fragrances all up the walls and across the ceiling. And they've come to their own little church in the middle of the woods. Well, what's your message? Come on, bring me a card. Gertrude is in awe. She is just in awe with these flowers. Beatrice too, but not so much as Gertrude. She's like a little girl. Find the beauty within yourself. Find the beauty around yourself. Find the beauty everywhere you can find the beauty. You'll lift above the rest of it. Let's see what card. She said this card comes as your little advice token or your little suggestion box, not a state of well-being. Well, okay. They've given me a suggestion. What's the suggestion? Ace of Air. Inspiration, communication, and adjustments. Basically, your archangels are with you, your guardian angels are with you. So while you're walking on this pathway with your sword down, your head down through the snow, it's like, yeah, you need to pick up your thoughts, you need to pick up your eyes, you need to pick up your heart, you need to pick up everything and grow from it and grow past it. Okay, so now on to my little debauchery yesterday. Well, actually, it was yesterday. I felt like I've been in this cocoon on this suspension bridge where nothing's really happening. And I have had a challenging time to be inspired. Inspired by anything or anyone, to do anything, almost, I can't say mild, I can't say oppression, I can't say depression. I don't like those words because they conjure up images that they just don't line up with me. However, I just got into, let me just watch some mindless TV. And I found this I found this reality show. I won't name it. It was a elimination reality show that was quite lovely. There's a Scottish gentleman, I know his name, but I won't name it, who is the host of it. And it's got such delightful surroundings. So that's really the what do you want to call it? The plug that pulled me into it. And I'm watching the first episode and getting the concept of what this competition reality is about. And we go into episode after episode. Now, I am a binge watcher, so I will fast forward through any of the stuff I think this is just fluff. So I whooshed through all the fluff. But what struck me as I went through episode after episode, getting to the end and who won, was how easily manipulated people can be. How easily people can make these assumptions about other people and what they're doing and who they are and what they're saying, what they're not saying. Now, I realize these shows are set up for people to watch. And I realize you wouldn't turn on the on switch if there wasn't drama involved. And the point I'm making, after one and almost two seasons of this, I did watch the whole, well, I didn't watch it all the way through. I just fast forward through the silly stuff and got to, like the end of one episode, the beginning of the next one. So as I'm like, why am I watching this? Why am I drawn into it? I got it. Because I don't need to fill my life with the drama of other people. What I need to do is to become the anchor stone that allows people to see, feel, heal, be inspired, and look at something really, really different. So that's what I've been doing. Meditating on it. Meditating on it isn't about doing something at a certain time for someone to get something. It is about liberating up and over and away from anything that I've ever known and ever done. I don't know what that looks like. What's really wonderful about that is I don't have to know what it looks like. I don't have to have all these details. What I have to do is get the feeling of joy, get the feeling of inspiration, get the feeling of motivation, get the feeling of, wow, I want to go do this. I want to talk about the sun and the moon being up in the sky at the same time. I want to talk about watching birds, as I did this morning from my kitchen window, come and enjoy the seed I put out last week. And they were coming in the droves. Those things is looking at Mother Earth and saying, I get you, I love you, I'm taking care of your animals while we're here, and thank you for taking care of me. Same with plants and flowers. This springtime, I'm going to start doing more flowers, more that I can bring in for the bees and for the butterflies and for all of Mother Nature's creatures. These are the things that take me out of all the dramatic nonsense that perhaps I've got into in the past. The key I'm making today is do not let the past, missteps, mistakes, feelings, define who you're going to be today or who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. I'm thinking that makes sense. The reason why Beatrice is telling me the reason why they're at the altar of life, that's what they're calling their temple, is for you to christen yourself into a whole new world. That's what she said. Go and christen yourself into a whole new world. And with that said, don't forget, stay tuned for my week ahead, how to navigate the moon cycles, the numbers, and we'll see you on that side. Lots of love. Bye for now.